Straight ahead on CCX News, a multi-million-dollar makeover will show you the improvements underway at Theodore Wirth Park. Plus, another way to exchange money and merchandise through sites like Craigslist. We'll show you what Brooklyn Park Police are now offering. But first, cameras on cops. Brooklyn Center Police begin using body cameras, how their policy may differ from other departments. CCX News starts right now. Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Shannon Slatton.
And I'm Alexandra Renslow. Brooklyn Center Police have begun rolling out their body cameras.
Officers have only been wearing the device for a few days, but officials say the high-def cameras are already making a difference. Here's reporter Sonia Goins.
All right. Officer Cody Turner has a new high-tech device to help him while he's patrolling the streets of Brooklyn Center.
It's going to be a good tool for us to use.
He's among the first officers in the department to wear a body camera.
It's a little different, another piece of equipment to put on, but at the same time, the benefits far outweigh the cost of having it on our body.
The department delayed getting body cameras for a few months until the upgraded version was available. The cameras are waterproof and also come with GPS and Wi-Fi.
It's set to high definition all the time.
They also have a long battery life.
Over 12 hours. They say up to 16 hours. Again, with these types of cameras, you have different resolutions that you could have it set to.
Slips right into the docking station right up here.
The Panasonic cameras run tandem with cameras that are already installed in squad cars.
And we'll go ahead and sync it up with the system.
The body cameras will automatically turn on when the red lights are activated or if the squad car goes over a certain speed.
The Wi-Fi inside the camera will turn on, find the computer, and we'll be linked up and ready to go.
The police department has a long list of requirements for when an officer is supposed to turn on the camera.
An ongoing criminal activity, a confrontational situation with a citizen, any call that they're being generated to go to a call.
And cops could get in trouble if they don't follow the rules.
There could be discipline resulting from not activating your cameras.
Chief Gannon says body cameras will allow the public to see what officers encounter on a daily basis.
I'm 5'2" on a good day. Cody here is 6'4". And this is what the body camera is picking up. And despite our height differences, you could see he's still capturing a pretty big viewpoint.
And although cops have only been wearing body cameras for a few days, they're already seeing a difference.
There's a situation already when we apprehended a subject that was hiding. That was all caught on body-worn cameras, so there's no defense of that.
Officials say trust, accountability, and public attitude come into focus with body cameras.
Now when we show up, they notice the camera, their behavior shows a distinct change from perhaps being a little more agitated or angry with us to a lot more calm and ready to answer questions.
In Brooklyn Center, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
The cameras are also tamper-proof. Once video is captured, it is automatically transferred to a secure server. In the next week or so, more officers are expected to get body cameras.
You can add the Brooklyn Park Police Department to the list of places where it's safe to do a sales transaction from internet listings such as Craigslist. The police department has designated 2 parking stalls outside both its North Police Building and its South Building as internet safe zones. They're spots that are covered by 24-hour video surveillance, and they make a good, safe location where individuals can agree to meet to pick up and pay for an item bought from someone off the internet.
We've had some crimes in the past where there's been exchanges where people have been robbed or taken of their money. Here I think it leaves both people comfortable that it's a safe place to do that property. They can show up, do the exchange, know they're on camera, know the police are close by, and it provides a safe opportunity for these type of exchanges.
No matter whom you are buying from or selling to, police are reminding individuals to do your due diligence to feel out the situation and make sure you're exchanging goods with others around.
Also in Brooklyn Park, 2 new restaurants are proposed for a site just east of Target's northern campus. Chick-fil-A and Freddy's frozen custard and steak burgers are slated to enter the site at the northeast corner of Zane Avenue and Oak Grove Parkway. The only building in that site so far is the Stone Mountain Pet Lodge. A daycare business, which has another location in Eden Prairie, is also proposed for the site. The Brooklyn Park City Council has yet to review the new plans. Meanwhile, in Robbinsdale, the City Council this week approved a liquor license for a venue undergoing a makeover. The lodge, located on West Broadway, is going through a change in owners. The venue is also eliminating the music component that it had been known for, switching to more of a food and catering establishment. Previous owners have struggled to make the bar and restaurant profitable. The new owners will keep the lodge name.
Residents of Crystal will have an opportunity to shape the future of its park system. The city maintains 263 acres of parkland in 27 parks. Each park offers a variety of amenities such as playgrounds and playing fields. But city officials wonder if those features fit the needs and wants of the community. To help answer that question, the city is hosting an open house tonight. That's Wednesday evening at the Crystal Community Center. The goal is to get feedback from Crystal residents to help shape the city's first ever park system master plan.
What we found out is this system was built a number of years ago when baseball and some of those kind of sports were bigger, and today we're seeing less use there and more use of things that use rectangle fields like soccer, lacrosse, ultimate, but we don't have the fields for all of that, so we're trying to figure out what is the right balance here in the city of Crystal to accommodate the needs of our residents here.
The open house goes from 5:30 to 7:30 this Wednesday evening. If you are not able to make the open house, you can provide feedback by contacting Crystal's Recreation Department. Well, one big park project is under construction in the Golden Valley area.
Theodore Wirth Park in Golden Valley and Minneapolis is getting a facelift. We get more now from Eric Nelson.
You can start to see the pad where the building is going to be sitting, and if you are out on the golf course, you can see the configuration of the new golf holes.
Theodore Wirth Park is a work in progress. A new 14,000 square foot community center is currently under construction. It will be called the Trailhead, and it will change the park's look.
It's going to be wonderful once it's complete. And Theodore Wirth Park has been changing, and there's been a lot of things happening over the last several years, but you know, this is kind of a culminating piece. The
Trailhead replaces the original clubhouse and old Par 3 building. It will provide a variety of amenities.
The building will have a restaurant in it. It'll have a bike and ski shop with rental equipment.
This Theodore Wirth makeover will cost $8.5 million. It also includes new parking lots and extensive trail improvement for biking, skiing, and other activities.
The park board's master plan really calls for allowing for people to recreate in that natural environment, and the changes that are taking place with the addition of more soft trail networks are really what we're promoting through the work that we're doing with this project.
It's going to be an absolute wonderful place to visit. It's right on the Grand Round, so anybody biking around the city will be able to access it.
Theodore Wirth is a popular biking spot and a key link to downtown Minneapolis.
Theodore Wirth Park to downtown Minneapolis is less than 5 minutes by car, and you can be there in 5 minutes by bike as well. So it's really a tremendous asset.
The 750-acre park is also a winter wonderland.
Snowshoeing, cross-country skiing, as well as other exciting opportunities for kids, sledding, tubing, snowboarding.
Target date for completion here at Theodore Wirth Park is January or February, which means it'll be ready just in time for the cold weather sports. In Golden Valley, I'm Eric Nelson, CCX News.
And part of the project also calls for expanding snowmaking at Theodore Wirth.
Brooklyn Center Community Schools are in search for a new superintendent to replace Mark Bonine when he retires at the end of this year. Bonine came to Brooklyn Center in 2013 from Minneapolis Public Schools. The Brooklyn Center School Board recently decided to conduct an internal search for the superintendent position. The goal is to have a decision made on a new superintendent by October. Still ahead on CCX News, affordable care for your pets. We'll show you a low-cost option in Golden Valley. That's coming up in Money Savers.
Plus, Park Center and Cooper High Schools will see some improvements to their athletic facilities this summer. We'll show you coming up in sports.
But first, more rain likely on Thursday. We'll be right back.
We have have an update now on a story that shows you can make a difference no matter your age, even at 12 years old.
On Monday, we brought you the story of Colby Haar, a sixth grader at St. Vincent de Paul School in Brooklyn Park. Colby held a pancake breakfast on Saturday at his home and did all the cooking. Today, we learned that Colby raised $1,600. All the money will go to a Twin Cities nonprofit called Biza that helps kids in Nigeria go to school. The money Colby raised is enough to send 2 children to school for an entire year. His original goal was to sponsor 1 child. And what's more, Colby's story inspired 2 other families to sponsor children in Nigeria, so now a total of 4 children will be able to go to school thanks to Colby's efforts. What a great story.
Good stuff.
When families have to stretch their dollars, often pet care is left by the wayside.
But there is an affordable pet care option in Golden Valley where rates are lowered for income qualifying families. We spoke to the Kindest Cut today for Money Savers. A rainy day didn't stop a bustling animal clinic at the Animal Humane Society in Golden Valley.
Very busy place.
The affordable pet care option Kindest Cut used to be funded by the Animal Humane Society, or AHS. Now it's been completely folded into the operations of AHS, with surgeries 5 days a week in the clinic, plus a wellness clinic open 4 days a week, all at the Golden Valley location.
We can do 70+ surgeries a day. 3 days a week we're doing specialties and dentals. When I refer to specialties, it can be eye entropions, mass removals, amputations.
All of these high-quality services are provided at a reduced cost, but everyone who receives the services must be income qualified. Nonprofit shelters and rescues can also qualify. The affordable rates allow these pets to get care from spaying and neutering to routine vaccines or tests. It's care they might not otherwise receive.
With their wellness, getting them up to date on their vaccines and stuff, people might forego that if they didn't know of these clinics and services.
The wellness clinic is first come, first served, and there's usually a wait. While Kindest Cut doesn't treat sick animals, there's a demand for the affordable preventative care options for cats, dogs, and rabbits.
Very popular. It fills up almost every day.
The mobile clinic Kindest Cut is still in operation too. They perform surgeries 4 days a week out in the field, and you can find more information on Kindest Cut on our website, ccxmedia.org. Still ahead, a Plymouth council member's date with a dunk tank.
But first, the head of the State High School League will be transitioning to a smaller role. John Jacobson has the details up next.
I'm John Jacobson with sports. With another school year just about here, the Minnesota State High School League will see a change at the top for the first time since the late 1980s. Dave Stead announced Tuesday that he's transitioning from his role as the league's executive director to that of a senior staff member. The 74-year-old Stead has worked for the league since 1986 and served as executive director since 1988. He'll continue to be with the league, but on a more limited capacity as part of the senior staff. He will stay on as executive director until February 1st. Well, the time between school years is a chance to upgrade facilities at local high schools. The main gym at Park Center has a new look. The gym floor has been resurfaced and restained, with new Pirate logos applied and new padding on the walls as well. And the scoreboards have been lowered to provide better viewing angles for fans and players too. Along with the new lights that have been in place for about a year, it definitely gives the gym a brighter look.
It is very, very exciting. The comments we've gotten from students when they've come into summer weight training and other camps and stuff is awfully exciting. It just brightens up the place. It's fresher. We've been able to get some concepts that we're trying to promote with Park Center Pride on the wall mats.
But one of activity director John Hedstrom's goals is to make sure the same shades of green and yellow are used throughout the building and in the athletic program. As is often the case in projects like this, one thing is happening later than hoped for. The new bleachers won't be in place for the start of the volleyball season.
They're scheduled to be here the Sunday before Labor Day, and our volleyball team will play here the last week in August. We're going to do some chairs and have people stand around the outside. I didn't want them to be on the road their first 6 or 7 games. September 19th is a Tuesday. We're scheduled to have Armstrong here, and that'll be the first home event where we have the bleachers. Our first Pep Fest, the first Friday of school, we're praying for good weather, is going to be outside.
Now, some good changes there. Meanwhile, at Cooper High School, some of the Hawks fall and spring sports will see some improvements over the next year to their practice fields. Work began earlier this summer on a large expanse of ground behind the school where the junior varsity baseball diamond and JV football field sat. Grading and improved drainage in this area will help make a better site for future Cooper athletes.
We're putting a sand-based field with better drainage. We're irrigating the whole area, leveling it again. It hasn't been worked on for probably maybe 20 years in this much, of a fashion. So just kind of renovating the whole back grass area. You're going to have a really nice field for a long time, so it's worth it, and it's going to be quite an improvement to what we have back there right now.
Construction on the new area is expected to take 18 months to complete. Former Cooper High School outfielder Max Murphy continues to move up the ranks of the minor leagues. Murphy was drafted by the Minnesota Twins in 2014. He started this season with the Class A Fort Myers Miracle and hit .307 with 34 RBI in 78 games. Last month, Murphy was promoted to the Twins' AA affiliate in Chattanooga, Tennessee. In 28 games so far for the Lookouts, Murphy is batting .280 with 14 runs batted in. He graduated from Cooper in 2011 and then played 3 seasons of baseball at Bradley University before being drafted. And that is all for sports today. Alex and Shannon, back to you.
All right, thanks, John. Up next, it's all part of a Plymouth City Council member's job.
A night of getting soaked when we come back.
And finally, it's all in a day's work for one Plymouth City Council member who found himself in the hot seat this week.
How's the water, Jim?
Yeah. Always a crowd pleaser. That is Plymouth Councilman Jim Davis taking the plunge in the dunk tank. A good sport, to be sure. The ever-popular dunk tank was just one of many activities at this year's Kids Fest in Plymouth. The summer carnival and environmental fair drew a good crowd to the Hildy Performance Center Tuesday night, and it was the perfect summer evening for the family-friendly affair after rescheduling the original event from its date last week because of the rain. Thank goodness it was last night and not tonight.
And not today.
Another round of rain.
Be a total wash, but
That's
it looks
right.
like it was fun.
That does it for us. Thanks so much for joining us.
We'll see you here again tomorrow starting at 4.